Cars. They're supposed to be sleek, stylish, and aerodynamic, right? But sometimes, even the biggest automakers can miss the mark when it comes to design. In this video, we're counting down the 5 ugliest American cars ever made. Whether it's awkward shapes, odd proportions, or just plain bizarre styling choices, these cars left a lasting impression, though not always for the right reasons. At 5, we have, known affectionately as the Flying Fishbowl, is the 1975 AMC Pacer, a car that's become legendary, not for its beauty but for its bizarre design. Dubbed the Flying Fishbowl, the Pacer had a wide body and enormous windows that made it look like a rolling aquarium. AMC wanted to create something futuristic and different, and they succeeded, just not in the way they probably intended. The car's rounded shape and bubble-like windows were meant to improve visibility, but instead they made it look clunky and awkward. It didn't help that the proportions seemed all wrong. While some admire its boldness, many see it as one of the strangest missteps in American car design history. Love it or hate it, the Pacer is unforgettable. At 4, we have the 1993 Chevrolet Camaro, a car that tried to innovate but left many fans disappointed. The Camaro had built its legacy on sharp, muscular designs, but this model took a different turn. With a bulky, rounded front end and an oddly stretched-out body, the 1993 Camaro seemed to lose the aggressive edge that defined its predecessors. Instead of looking powerful and sleek, it came across as bloated and uninspired. For many, it felt like Chevrolet had strayed too far from the Camaro's roots. Sure, it was still fast and packed a punch under the hood, but visually it left much to be desired. It's a lesson in how important aesthetics are to the muscle car identity. At 3, we have a car that didn't quite live up to its name. The 1995 Ford Aspire was meant to be a small, affordable car for the masses. But its design? Well, let's just say it didn't exactly inspire much excitement. With its tiny, boxy shape and simple, almost toy-like proportions, the Aspire felt more like an afterthought than a serious contender in the compact car market. Ford kept things minimal, too minimal, some would argue. There was nothing striking about it, no standout features, no bold lines, just a car that blended into the background. It was functional, sure, but in terms of looks, it missed the mark. If you were looking for a car that could turn heads, the Aspire wasn't it. At number 2, we have the 1995 Pontiac Sunfire GT Coupe. With a name like Sunfire GT, you'd expect something sleek, sporty, and dynamic. Unfortunately, the car's design didn't live up to its promising name. The Sunfire GT's proportions were off. It had a rounded front end that looked more soft than sporty, and its overall shape lacked the sharp lines or aggressive angles you'd expect from a performance car. It wasn't hideous, but it was generic, and that was the problem. For a car with GT in its name, people expected excitement, but instead they got a design that felt bland and uninspired. It's a classic example of a car that just didn't deliver on its potential. At number 1, we have a car ahead of its time, but not in the looks department. We have the 1996 General Motors EV1, a car that was groundbreaking in terms of technology, but polarizing in terms of design. The EV1 was one of the first modern electric vehicles, but its aesthetics felt like they were stuck in the 1980s.